Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something ancient but also incredibly current. What if the world's very first act of betrayal wasn't just history, but a prophecy? What if Cain and Abel weren't just ancient brothers, but mirrors reflecting the battles we still fight today in our offices, on social media, and even deep within our own hearts? This isn't just a Bible story. It's a recurring pattern, a warning, and its echoes are still resonating through all of us. You see, it often starts small. Maybe it's a like here, a comparison there. One person gets noticed online while another feels completely ignored. Success starts to feel like acceptance, and silence, well, that can feel a lot like rejection. And suddenly, genuine affection turns into burning envy. Appreciation curdles into resentment. That's exactly how it all began with Cain and Abel. Two brothers, two offerings, one accepted, one rejected, but it wasn't really about the sacrifices themselves. It was about the heart, the intention behind them. Cain couldn't handle feeling unseen, and when envy festers for too long, it almost always looks for a target. So what happens when this ancient jealousy meets a digital world built on endless comparison? Today, betrayal rarely happens in open fields. More often, it happens in our feeds. We don't physically harm, but we destroy reputations. We unfollow, expose, cancel, and gossip all with a single, often careless click. Behind our screens, we quietly bleed each other. We measure our worth through likes and follows, our value through views and virality, and every time someone else rises, someone else feels unseen. It's the very same spirit that drove Cain, that gnawing pain of rejection, the desperate hunger for validation, the belief that someone else's success must mean our own failure. In a world obsessed with image, envy has gone digital, but the wounds it inflicts are just as real, just as painful. We often say we want success, but if we're honest, sometimes we want it more than peace. In corporate towers, in classrooms, in creative studios, and even among friends, modern Cains are still offering their best work, waiting to be seen, and then striking out when they're not. We stab with words, we betray with silence, we sacrifice precious relationships on the altar of recognition, and when we're called out, it's easy to just say, "It's not my fault." But the broken trusts, the lost friendships, every heart we've stepped over just to feel good enough, the consequences cry out. Cain couldn't run from his guilt, and neither can we. He wore a visible mark of what he'd done. Today, our marks live online. Screenshots, headlines, memories that never truly die. We label it cancel culture, but honestly, it's often just the echo of Cain's curse, a world struggling to find forgiveness. We don't restore. We record, we don't heal. We often humiliate, and still, the world cries out for justice, for mercy, for redemption. But here's the good news. This story doesn't have to end in despair. Cain's failure isn't our unchangeable destiny. Because where envy destroys, empathy has the power to rebuild. Where betrayal divides, grace can absolutely restore. We can choose to stop these echoes of sin by picking compassion over comparison, forgiveness over pride, and genuine understanding over revenge. Every single time we refuse to let envy take root, we silence Cain's voice within us. Every time we choose to forgive, we begin to rewrite this ancient story. Ancient sins still echo, yes, but you get to decide how loudly they speak through you. So I'll ask you this: in your own life, in your own heart, who is your Abel? And are you truly protecting them, lifting them up, or are you unintentionally competing with them? Because the story of Cain and Abel isn't over. It's still being written every single day, one choice at a time. Thanks so much for watching and thinking through this with me. If this resonated, please feel free to hit that like button, but it is not under must. The message is just what is matter to me, and you can do another fellow a favor by sharing this clip and share your thoughts in the comments below. Shalom.